Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to make your own Thai red curry paste. Hi everyone, I'm Ahmed and welcome to another episode of Cravings. Making a red curry paste isn't hard at all. It's totally okay to go and buy a bottle or a jar of store-bought curry paste. However, when you make it yourself, the freshness cannot be compared. I'm going to show you how easy it is to put this together. The main ingredients in this red curry paste are dehydrated red chillies, galangal, which is really close to ginger root, lemongrass, and it's strongly supported by chopped garlic, kaffir leaves, coriander roots, shallots, fish sauce, white pepper, and you can use either a fish, shrimp, or crab paste. Mix this all together and you have a red paste that is just packed with flavor. Traditionally, this paste is made using a stone, mortar, and pestle. But one, I don't have a mortar and pestle, and two, I just don't have the time. So I'm going to put all of these ingredients into my food processor and it's going to work just as well. Let's start with the dried chilies. Almost always dried chilies are used as they pack the most color. I've seen chilies a few inches long, but since I'm unable to find them, I'm going to use the most basic dried chilies. I'm going to cut 20 of them in half using a scissors, and I'm going to try and remove as much of the seeds as possible. Following this, these are going to be soaked overnight in water. The longer you can soak them, the more soft the skin is and it's easier to grind. Next, I'm going to work on the lemongrass. Now, it's very easy to clean fresh lemongrass. All you have to do is cut off the hard tops and bottoms, slit the lemongrass down the center, and remove the softer interior. And you can just chop that up. Now, don't throw away all the rest of the lemongrass. I will usually stick it into the freezer and it's ready to flavor a stock at any time. I've got a 2x2 piece of galangal. Now, galangal is the equivalent of ginger, but it has a very different flavor. It's really hard to find. I wasn't able to find the fresh variety, so I found some frozen galangal, and it works just as fine. It's a little bit tough to cut, so be very careful and use a really sharp knife. I'm also going to cut up 3 shallots. You can use red onion if you prefer, but shallots has a stronger flavor and they also melt very easily into the paste. I'm going to chop up 4 cloves of garlic rather coarsely, and next I'm going to chop the roots of coriander. Now, until I made Thai food, I never heard of the roots of coriander ever being used in anything, but it does have a crazy intense flavor. It's really hard to find because most of the time if you go to a grocery store, you find a bunch of coriander and the roots are already cut off. So if you can't find roots, you can substitute the stems instead. And this is one of the stars of the show, Kaffir lime leaves. This lime leaf gives the red paste a ridiculous amount of flavor. I'm simply going to use the scissors and I'm going to chop it up as fine as possible. I'm also going to add some fish sauce and a teaspoon of crab paste. Now that we have all of the ingredients, we're ready to mix this up into a magical paste. The first thing that I'm going to put into my food processor are the 20 dehydrated red chilies that I've soaked overnight. And the reason for this is you want these to break down all by itself. I'm going to grind it together with about a teaspoon of coarse salt. The salt is going to act as an abrasive ingredient and it's going to break down that chili. Next, I'm going to add the garlic that I chopped up. I've got about 4 cloves of garlic. And then I'm going to follow it with the 2x2 inch piece of galangal that I also chopped up, 2 sticks of lemongrass, and 3 shallots. Now, there's enough moisture in this to grind this to a very smooth paste. However, I'm going to help this along with about 3 teaspoons of fish sauce. And then I'm going to add a teaspoon of white pepper powder and the 4 kaffir lime leaves. And either a teaspoon of fish, shrimp, or crab paste. You can use any one of these pastes. I love crab paste, so that's what I'm going to use. And that's it. You're going to grind it up all together and your fresh Thai red curry paste is ready. All you need to do is freeze it if you want to keep it over a period of time, but it keeps in your refrigerator for weeks and it's ready at hand to flavor a soup, a stew, a curry, a stir fry, whatever you want. Thank you so much for joining me on Cravings. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel at youtube.com/cravingsblog. Leave me a comment, send me your feedback. I'd love to hear from you. Until the next time, take care.